Well, our work has to do with cooperative research work that we made in Greece and Turkey. And simply the aim of our work was to approach the classical issue of social inclusion of Roma students in primary education. The whole concept started with due to an Erasmus program that we were before 8 months ago in Diethnes, as we say in Greece, and we visit. We would like to thank one more time Professor Yesim Fazlioglu. We visit the school there, and we made some researches, some interviews. We will see later concept, and that's why we have the idea to present the whole idea here in your place. Well, the social inclusion of Roma communities in Europe, in Greece, in Turkey is one of the most significant issues, and especially in education area, is something that we have to develop fast every day. The issue of the education and integration, and more broadly, the social inclusion of Roma communities has concerned the scientific community for many years. A long-standing goal has been to provide opportunities and appropriate support for Roma children to develop the skills that will enable their equal and active participation in society. So what is the most important work that we can achieve in school? This study aims to present the educational profile of Roma students' integration in primary education. Specifically, it investigates how educational practices are shaped in this field. Secondary objectives include identifying common challenges and highlights effective practices adopted by education in Greece and as well as in Turkey. So, trying to change. Some statistics to understand the Roma education challenges is that basically we talk about cultural differences. Language or other cultural barriers are important to be mentioned for us or other experts to understand the whole concept. Secondly, it's important to mention that economic factors also play a very important role. Also, other structural barriers, such as discrimination or prejudices from society or from our side, from education, from experts, is also important. And all of this concept oriented to lead us to the education as the most important key to achieve this, what we mention as social inclusion for everyone, and also for these students. The states of Roma education in Greece, we can see some statistics here, is that only 30% of Roma children in Greece complete the primary education, and this is also important. And in Turkey also, according to the bibliography and references, only 30 or 40% of Roma children also have the opportunity had the opportunity to make their steps in the primary schools. So the early school dropout, many Roma children leave school to work or to support their families, is the same problem here in Greece also. And other barriers such as the language is very important for the work that we have to do with these students. They speak, as we know, the Romani language. This is their first language, so when we try to communicate with them in our school, that bring us to to difficult situations. So this research based on the quality per se, quality approach, or we can mention the grounded theory. The sample was 12 educators, 6 from Turkey and 6 from Greece. Most of them were women or were teachers in the primary education, and they work in schools who focused on Roma students. We done semi-structured interviews with open-ended questions to gather rich or detailed responses. We can go furthermore to see the analysis or the results of our basic points of view. So one basically category was that family environment is one of the most important factors that play a very important role. We can see here what they mentioned in Greece and in Turkey. For example, they mentioned that in Greece, an educator noticed issues even in acquiring basic school supplies. The family environment doesn't encourage attending school, and that is logical. And also from the Turkish side, they attended that we attend to one day, they attended one day, then they missed 3 days. It's the same problem here also in Greece. We can go next. So, some of proposal for improving the whole situation. We can see here the 4 or 5 basic categories. School integration. We have to understand what we want to support. We want to describe as school integration. What is the integration? What is not? Early language support is one of the most important also things. It's one of the basic things to communicate. Vocational training, of course, with the support of minister, and also one of the most important things is the community engagement. We cannot talk about inclusion without the other community. It's one of the most important things. Prepare them to face their own prejudices, and to understand that the problem of the issue of education is important for everyone. That's why we can see here, we talk about holistic education. It's important to cooperate with others, with other experts. It's important to talk about the training of the teachers. They have to understand and adopt their own tactics and the skills who can help them to give that they can give. It's also important to understand the connection of the school with the work. We have to say why it's important, why school is important for students. And we have to give that to understand the others and the Roma society and the local society. Valuable insights for designing and implementing interventions aimed at integrating Roma students into education. While existing literature often addresses this topic, this study tries to illustrate how educational practices are shaped in the real world and context through specific examples. And in conclusion, I would like to mention that strengthening educational participation for all children benefits, not only for the community, as I already mentioned, itself, but also broader society by promoting social cohesion and equality. Despite efforts, challenges, and other problems, we have to remain key challenges, including long-standing social isolation, many Roma communities living in remote areas with limited access in the basic infrastructures. And we have to mention also that proposals can be mentioned for improvement may include strengthening incentives for Roma families, training education, and intercultural pedagogy, expanding school-to-employment transition programs, or good practices focused on local needs are also essential for effective intervention in this field. I will stop here my presentation. I would like to thank you very much for your attention